Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening. It's evening time here in Colorado, and I just wanted to come on live and say hi. I'm rereading a book. I'm still writing my book on Cuban Marxism and Americanism, and I realized that Americans don't really know their history, and it's been a long time, at least 100 years, since they feel comfortable in knowing what really is Americanism. Our education system has been perverted, and it has been a slow revolution into this new social order that has been planned since the 1900s. And one of the reasons I ran for school board was because I realized, actually, I woke up and I was concerned about the statistics and the literacy rates in my current city and the nation in general. I have to say that when I graduated in 92, yes, I'm old. I graduated in 1992 from high school in Florida, another state. I didn't graduate with able to read proficiently. And I didn't realize that as the years went by, those who graduated after me were even worse off than me. But I also didn't realize that the problems that we face today are the same problems we faced over 60 years ago. That has been an eye-opener and an awakening for me. So I ran because I felt I needed to educate. And that's my why. My why, and it's a pretty strong why, is Americanism is a way of life to live successfully, morally, and free. And along with freedom comes equality. And these Marxists that we have running our societies today are in a tizzy because they've succeeded. They've succeeded in dumbing us down for over a century now. Americans today can't read well, can't do basic math, don't know their history. And I feel sad because one of the things that sets me apart from a lot of Americans is that my family came from Cuba. And I was raised in a Cuban household. My grandparents took an active part in our lives in raising us. And we were raised with getting an education. We were also raised to understand that just because you have an education doesn't mean you're educated. But at the same time, an education meant status and mobility and freedom. And I realized too, he tried to forge good values in us, good moral values that the Marxists today don't want in a population. to be an independent thinker, you need to understand what is science, and that has been perverted. So when you hear the term follow the science, you have to ask yourself, what is science and how do you follow it? And the first thing that you need to understand is I studied law. So I graduated and I got my bachelor's in, I have a liberal arts education, a poor liberal arts education, because after that I got an education in law. And from there, I could say that I am now educated, both in every sense of the word, educated. I have good morals, and I also have good literacy skills. With that, when you hear the word science, if you want to be an educated person, you will say to yourself, question. Okay, so when you learn the facts of anything, okay, facts do matter. Yes, they do to an extent. But that's not the only thing. You need to ask questions about those facts and form a hypothesis. That hypothesis that you form will lead you to research and read books to find evidence backing up or either supporting or disputing those facts. So the more you read, the better you are at connecting the facts and communicating your outcome. So the next step, after you read books and you research, you have to sit down and analyze what you researched. And in analyzing what you researched, you're putting together and reasoning through the facts. After you reason through the facts, you make your own conclusion. And you determine for yourself whether those facts are valid or not. And this is a way that you become an independent thinker and are not swayed by PolitiFact or fact checkers in the media today, which can skew and bias the facts. So in America, Americanism is a way of life to be independent and an individual. The Marxists today want to destroy individualism and get us into a group think. So the new social order is about you have to get along in a group. And I don't know about you, but I am too individualistic to get along in a group. I don't get along with just anybody. I have my own mind. And in a new social order, I will be a loner and a floater. I was always a floater. I floated from group to group because I didn't want to just be a part of a group and change who I am. So in high school, I was a floater, although I'm not a loner because I love people. But I do not tolerate sin very well. And I am a very honest person who will call you out on your sin. However, it is not up to me to judge you. It is up to God, the Creator, who is part of our foundation of Americanism. Because before the Marxists took over of education, we had a good biblical foundation. All our founding fathers were highly moral and highly educated and highly literate. And they advocated for republicanism, not democracyism. They advocated for our constitutional republic, which is we the people have the power over those who we elect. So that's what I wanted to leave you today. I don't want to talk too much into it because most people will. But in America, just know that we are a republic, and each of us was created with a purpose, and each one of us has a gift that we can use to serve each other and God. We are not we are all equal in His image, but we don't all have the same purpose or gift in this life. And in this life, we're here temporarily to serve God. We are here to serve each other and make the best of this world for God. So that's the first step in knowing what being an American truly is. With that, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great Saturday. Thank you.